Is this good enough for you, YouTube? Are you satisfied? 'Cause I am now. 'Cause I'm back in power. Infinite power! Now, anyways. I find this hilarious, though. YouTube always finds ways to make this a wonderful game for me to figure out. Doop. Swoop. 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 Sorry, we can't do music, folks. If we do it, there will be pitchforks in the streets, and everybody will die. So, we will work without that. Anyways, where was I? We'll start back from the beginning. There's panic in the streets. People dropping dead all around us. I am told to tell you all to panic and stay inside doors. Despite that, I must question everything and ask, why is it we are all panicking? Why are we all afraid? I am afraid. Be honest. I am afraid. I went into this before the stream got cut last time. Everybody is afraid, and honestly, I think that's understandable. Maybe I did not make that clear. I'm sorry. I didn't make it clear. I did not show the empathy I should have. But we're tragically panicking to the point where there's no toilet paper in the goddamn Walmart. So, I'm just saying, it's a little bit irrational. And maybe perhaps instead of having fear leading our entire nation, hatred, all this stuff, and the worst aspects of our society, perhaps maybe we can be prepared instead? Have a spirit of preparation, maybe. The Bible says that we should be prepared in our hearts and be prepared for troubling times. This shouldn't surprise us. This should instead embolden us, piss us off, and be like, what the fuck? A virus? This is what is taking us out right now? This is what is distracting us from everything that happened? Epstein, freaking U.S. aid money being funneled into foreign governments so that they can be taken on by oligarchs? There's all kinds of crazy crap going on around the world. There's all kinds of crazy crap going on right now. And there's crazy crap going on in China just before this dropped down. So, I don't know. I personally think that instead of fear, if we were prepared, perhaps maybe, we would be able to manage this possible bubonic plague horrifying mess that we might be in. And I don't think we should be as afraid of it as we are, only because we should try to understand it for what it is. If this thing is seasonal, if this thing comes at us like the flu, I know you all hate these comparisons. Oh my god, don't say it's like the flu. But again, this thing might be seasonal. It's something that can be passed on repetitively, consistently over a long period of time, back and forth between people, and it gets worse each time you get it. That's apparently what the status says. That's what the reports say. If you read the scientific facts, that's what it's saying. That's terrifying. It affects the lungs, it rips you apart, and it fucks up your immune system. That's not something good. We need something to cure this. Again, I think it's good that we're trying to push for a vaccine to be tested sooner rather than later. We need anything to help us fight this off, even if it's just to blunt it at first to help us develop something better later. That's coming from the guy who doesn't want vaccines. This is polio, freaking bubonic level plague shit that we do not need to get seasonal. We do not need this existing longer than a year. We need this to die quickly. If Lord's willing, it will die quickly, and we will never see this again, hopefully. This will be something that maybe we inoculate our kids once with, and we're good. But again, that's coming from me. After my tirade before, I'm saying this. So don't take me talking about COVID as if being like I don't care. I'm just saying, being prepared will help us survive personally, family, community, and as a nation, rather than getting angry at each other. I know everybody says, big orangutan bad man, big bad orangutan bad man, bad mouth mag, googa monster thing. That guy is, evil idiot who got us all screwed up and personally ran around smearing COVID feces all over people. But, maybe perhaps, I know this may get the string cut again, but, just saying, perhaps maybe Big Bad Orange Man, Big Bad Orangutan Orange Man might actually be the problem here. I know, don't hurt me, don't throw the rocks at the screen, don't close the laptop, I'm just saying, perhaps Big Bad Orangutan Batman did not actually fuck up this time? Thank you. The FBI is getting pissed at me. The FBI hates me so much. They're like, we need to look into this motherfucker. Who is this big bad orangutan Batman? Oh, I hate my life. I live in a weird paradox of reality that is somehow real. And I wake onto it, wishing that it wasn't. No, yeah, no. I think that perhaps maybe in all of our tension and in all of our arrogance, I'm sorry, I know I might be stepping on toes. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be. But, just saying, perhaps maybe all the anger, at least of, places like California, which were like, we can run our own state as a nation. Maybe perhaps these people who wanted us to go out in public places literally only a month ago, and were literally telling Trump that he was racist for trying to close out and stop people coming over from China, maybe perhaps they weren't helping the situation as much as they could have. I know, I'm sorry. But perhaps maybe they set up in an environment where now there's so much hostility because of the initial disagreements of how this was going to turn out. Perhaps maybe that's making things worse if we continue it, and perhaps that's what's also causing us all to be fearful. I know, I'm sorry. I should shut my mouth. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I don't know anything. But as a guy who does nothing more than clean up shit, I know what shit smells like, and people have been flinging shit for no reason. I personally think we should come together in this time, and I don't think that it should be about political ties. Again, we're fiddling around money, which should just be given out to everybody. It doesn't really matter. And businesses need money too, because they employ people, and to employ people you have to buy assets, you have to maintain a constant supply of things, and if you don't have the supply being shipped, you have nothing to do, which means they need to keep the store stocked, which means they need to keep employees working the stores. They need to make sure that they also have... There's a lot of things to maintain the economy. And honestly, the buyouts, as irrational as they have been, do have the benefit of that they got rid of a lot of stock that was gonna just go bad. And if these things kind of can be pressed off a little bit, perhaps maybe there's a benefit to that, in that a lot of stock is just gonna get pushed. People are gonna be buying shit like this, especially with that money. Oh, once they get that money circulating, then they'll get pumped back in the economy, and then they're just gonna keep having us buy crap. If we do, then if we don't, oh, who loved the 1930s? Spend the money, save the money at the same time. You need to portion it out. The thing is that we need to manage this properly. If we don't prepare, we're going to end up broke. If we don't prepare, we're going to end up resourceless. If we don't prepare, we're going to end up in the middle of a goddamn war. And we do not want this. We don't want any of that. So it behooves us to not be angry at each other, but instead ask ourselves, what is it that is most important as a nation? What's going to be most important intergenerationally as a nation? What do we want to be remembered for standing for? I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to try to be tame. The image is so fresh in my head, and it's so messed up. Because I want to show you guys the image that's perfectly in my head, but I know that then it's just going to lead to a bunch of shit talking. And I don't want to do it. I'm trying to be better. If this is better. It's 3 a.m. This is like the Adult Swim hour of the Shepherd's Channel. Like, you guys may think, like, is he drunk? Is he high? No, it's 3 a.m. and I just got done playing video games for like the last 4 hours, and I had a really damn good time on it. I killed so many aliens that I got like damn near most of the weapons that I've been looking for. So I'm feeling pretty good. As nerdy as that may sound, you guys can eat it. I'm being not productive. But I can be honest about it at least. It made me feel good. So there's productiveness in that. You have to find it where you can be, the positivity in life. I have a sword right there. So, I mean, I just literally can't help but look at the damn gleaming sword that's right across from me. I love that damn thing. I got that thing in the military. Like, when I got out of basic training, it was just one of those dumb little things that you get as, like, a antique. And I was just like, yeah, sure. So I got two of them. And it's like, I love them. Not like I cherish them more than anything, but it's just like, if I'm not an idiot, I can give that to my kids. And who knows? That might allow me to tell them some interesting stories when they're children. It'll be great. I have all kinds of little fantasy stories that I've written for, like, well, they're kind of like little, like, fables that I want to tell my kids just to, like, keep them, like, honestly asking questions about the world around them. Because they're little things that I used to imagine when I would ask my dad about, like, nature and stuff. Like, hey, why do plants do this? Why does the soil have to be, like, tilted this way? And it was interesting to me. I don't know. So yeah, we should not be led by fear, but we should be led by preparation. And I think that more important than that is we need to ask ourselves, what does it mean to be prepared? It's not good enough just to say we have a plan. It's not just good enough to have leaders who have a plan, but we need to have a way of managing this. We need to ask ourselves, what are the policies being put in place over us, and are they constitutional? What does it mean to us to have a constitution, and is our constitution important, and why was it important? Again, I'm an originalist. I love the Constitution. I grew up reading it, and to me, I feel like anything that I value about myself comes from the fact that the Constitution tells me that I have equal say to freaking Bill Gates. So, I don't want to give up a Constitution. Even though I know, as an African American, I am sorry. I know, I assimilated. I caved to the white man. I apologize, guys, but I like the Constitution. Butcher me for it. It was a good Constitution. It's better than the Confederation article things that they came out with earlier, if you want me to sound like a baboon about it. I mean, shoot. Damn, I need to watch my terminology, because that was not intentional. But I'm babbling like a... This is what happens when you write poetry, but then you talk online, and then you realize you rhyme things horribly when you're trying to be funny. Anyways. Now I know what Crowder goes through. Anyways. Preparation, people. No, messed up my whole train of thought there. Messed up my whole train of thought right there. That was a good one. Damn, that really messed me up. Because I caught myself, and I was like, oh no, that would not sound good if I listened to myself. Because I'm always trying to, like, I'm literally, like, watching the feedback loop. And so I'm reading my own lips. Those of you who watch this feed, do not let people know that. I can read lips. It's not something I let people know often of. But it's just kind of, it happens. Especially if I know how you sound and the tone of your voice, you can pretty much talk to me from across the street and I'll be able to be like, okay, I can kind of get what you're saying. So I'm listening to myself, basically talk to myself, which right now is really freaking weird, but I'm not even gonna look. But what happens is that I can listen to myself, and so I heard myself say the first part, and then I was like, wait, I thought I said something else leading into this. I had no transition, and I was like, oh, that's not good. And so I tried to go back, but then I'm like, no, you can't go back. You can't edit this. So, yeah. This is the hazards of going live, people. This is why the president has such a hard time. Again, going back to our previous conversation, this is why I can't throw stones at him. I'm no better than him. So, oh my god, people are going to use that out of context so freaking badly. Oh my god, I hate today. Oh, you can't be innocent about anything. And I'm too dumb. Like, yeah, no. I know a lot of book knowledge. I don't know what I'm doing on this tech stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a script. I'm one man. Dude, that's just gonna become my fucking saying, I think. I'm just gonna have that as a soundbite and just start. I'm one man. At this point, I think I'm half radio, half freelanced, babbling poet. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Freelance babbling poet, sitting by a babbling brook. He looked around, saw a rabbit, and shook. It was cold outside, cold around him, and the rain was coming round. With a frown, he got off the ground and went back to town. That freelance poet, babbling around. See? I'm good. Yeah, I know, I'm prone to a little bit bouts of ego. Sue me. I get humbled daily. At this point, I'll take whatever happiness I can get. I literally did really good today. I feel so freaking good. You don't understand how annoying it is to grind on a game that you're infuriated on because they literally are milking you for everything it's worth, but you really want to freaking get the lore and you really want to get the damn weapon. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but at this point, insanity, video game. Insanity, video game. Video game insanity. So yeah. I don't know how PewDiePie can play video games all the time and not be insane. Why did I have to lose my tooth? Why did this thing not grow in strength? My lord, my lord, my lord, I'm slightly irate. Well, at least thank you for helping get it out. Damn. I have a hole in the back of my mouth, and I don't know what to do, because things get in it, and I think I get it out when I gargle. I think I get it out before I do all this talking, and then it just, boom. I'm like, what the freak? Why? I didn't eat that much today. And it's like, no. This stuff's coming out of your mouth. Screw you. Thank you, body. Beautiful. Beautiful organism. Human body. Ah. You guys can tell I'm salty. Because of all the blood in my body. No, anyways. Yeah, I lost. I don't. Yeah. I've been up all day. So at this point, I'm really just caving on through. Like I said, this is the Adult Swim hour. Honestly, I'd probably be better if I was. No, I wouldn't be. That would probably just make me fall asleep live on television. That would be awkward. You guys hear me snoring? You guys hear me talk to myself probably? Probably hear some demons manifesting around me going, I'd be like, no, get away from me, you motherfuckers! Ah! Yeah, it'd just be a mess. Nobody wants to see that. The freaking flashing lights and stuff. We get down in the garage, people. No, I do have something I want to show you guys, though. Hold on. This is something special. Stay with me. This is my pride and joy. And I'm probably gonna burn myself to death with it right now. Because this is unbalanced as hell. I did not set the wax in there when I did this. But it's my menorah. And is one of my precious menorahs. I have several. I honestly really like menorahs and I like candles, and so it's kind of like the best of both worlds because I grew up with candlelight all over the place as a kid because we used to always have rolling power outages in Susun. So, yeah. Where I used to live, this was kind of just something that I've always wanted to do, And I didn't realize that people just did it all the time on special days. It's not technically a special day, but to me, it's good to talk to you guys. So, let us begin our night with some nice candlelight. Sorry. I'm sorry. Let me not kill myself now. Oh! Oh! Oh God! Oh! And the fire consumed him that night because of his heresy. I'm sorry. If you guys can exist in my head for a moment, it would just be probably something from a Rick and Morty nightmare. I hate that I have to use that as a reference, but I understand that that'd probably be more understandable than just saying something like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which is probably more accurate to the type of thoughts that I have occasionally. It's like, if I could draw, the cartoons would be ferocious. People would be like, Colin, you need to stop cartooning. These things are hitting too hard. I'd be like, no! You have to break my hands! And they'd be like, great! Ah, my hands! How can I draw now? And they'll be like, that's your problem. Kick me out into the street. Spit on me. What am I, working for the mob? You have to give up something in order to get into the business, Colin. You schmuck. The main message is over. Now I'm just entertaining you guys. Again, if you're up at this hour, I figure you need some entertainment. So I'm hoping that you're just getting a good, what the freak is wrong with this kid? Oh my God. You conspiring light. They all merged. They're merging into one light. Literally, the three lights are merging into one. It's terrifying me because I'm like, I should stop it. I know I need to separate them, but I also don't know if this is supposed to happen. I know it's not supposed to happen, but in the sense of, I don't know if trying to mess with it would just make the situation worse. Sometimes if you try to fix something that just happens naturally, you end up messing up the situation worse and the candles fall all over the place. In this occasion, I don't know. But it is magnificent, almost as if it's staring into a figure in the light. Maybe that's perhaps where our founders used to come up with these concepts of staring into the light and seeing figures talking to them. There is something otherworldly about fire. It is a substance that is almost alive. It's much like us, it just consumes. Honestly, it eats oxygen and produces carbon. It eats material and reproduces into its most basic components as well. That's something interesting. So it's kind of a weird abstraction of what life is. A fire. The fire of the soul. Sorry, I have a campfire feel right now, so now you guys are getting campfire Colin. I'm gonna tell you guys some horror stories. No, I don't have any horror stories I want to tell right now. I actually want to go to sleep tonight. If I told you guys the type of things that terrify me in the night, you guys would think they're nerdy. And then some of you guys would hear the real stories that terrify me in the darkness. Seriously though, don't go in the woods alone. Just personal note. I used to break that rule myself. Really bad idea. And in hindsight, oh, thank God I got a Jesus. Because, my ass probably would have been, taken. My butt probably would have been gone. I still never found that waterfall. I might go back just to try to find it one last time, but I feel like that's exactly what it's waiting for. Then I find it, and then some fucking shit will take me. Oh. Like, the vibes I got from the last time I went there kind of freaked me out, because I went deep. I went around that entire area, and I went in there in a loop. So I circled in, and I knew I marked it down on my maps. So I knew where it was at. That that waterfall was gone. Gone 1 year, back another. That's asking for trouble. That there is a pattern. I mean, call me, paranoid, but I ain't going to the woods like that if certain weird things happen. First time I went out there, I almost got myself killed once just being an idiot, so just not gonna do it again. I might go out there plenty of times with other people, and I'm definitely not going hiking the way I used to. I mean, shoot, I don't go hiking the way I used to anymore. I'm broken. I would love to see myself try to hobble away from a Bigfoot. I'm just going down swinging. I mean, it's going to be a one swing knockout, but fuck it, I'm going to try. I don't want to do that! And that's probably just how it's going to end. Ideally, it'll be like a boom, oh, and I punch him in the balls as I go down. At least then, he'll have some respect for me. Not eat me right away. But yeah, I don't want to go up against nature like that. Not a sledgehammer. Fuck. Yeah, no. I read Native American folktales, and the things that they talk about out there in the mountains and in their burial sites when they're desecrated, ooh, you don't fuck with their spirits. And for me, I believe that those spirits aren't their spirits. I believe those things are older than even them. So again, those are powers we do not need to mess with. Like New Mexico, I believe that place is a death trap. If there is a pit that opens up on the earth and something pours out, I almost believe that it's going to be in New Mexico, and that terrifies me. Because I don't say that just because, oh, screw New Mexico, they suck. Nothing personal, guys. It's just the Native American sites talk about portals to the other world where their shamans would walk into to talk to their gods. That's asking for trouble. Any place where gods pop out of in folklore, you probably should steer clear from, because if the end times come, that's not some type of stuff you want to mess with. If any of you guys have watched Inuyasha, that's stuff you should be watching out for, because that's not going to be pretty. Ooh, no. I see that type of stuff, I'll be like, Naraka out. Wow, I can't believe I just said that. Anyways. So yeah. Terrifying things. That's more terrifying to me than shadow people. More terrifying than that is empty night, and we're not getting into empty night. Read your Bible for an empty night story. I'm not telling you those stories. That's the type of stuff that keeps me up at night. Dreaming about nights never ending. Not something you want to ever have a dream about. I would never wish those dreams upon my worst of enemies. Because for those of you who have empty night dreams, you know how terrifying empty night dreams are. Whichever part you get, it's terrifying. Whether it's the zombie people or the freaking, like, the people who are just empty souled and are just empty husk, or the freaking things that just start coming out of the sky. And yeah, you don't want to mess with that stuff. Empty nights are not cool. So yeah. Those are some of the things that keep me up at night. Terrifying things. Very abstract. That's how we like it. Anyways, what is something else we can talk about? Tell me, sir, what do you have as an idea? Scott? Scottish people. No. You're guilting me, Colin. You're breathing wind up my skate. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up now. If that was possible, you'd be rich. Boy, I'm rich already. Rich with humor. No, being good cheer, people, you have to be able to have a laugh occasionally. Even if you're just entertaining yourself with a camera, with people watching you randomly. I just needed to stop thinking about that. It's still kind of weird to me. Like, the way YouTube set it up now, it's so aware to me that people might be watching me. Beforehand, it was just like, screw it. People are there, then fuck it. I'm live. Now it's like, oh yeah, I'm live. And I have excellent connection. And I have people and blogs connected to me with concurrent viewers and 0 likes. No, I'm joking. I'm getting better at this stuff. I've been watching a lot of help videos, so I might get a website up eventually. But I find most of the hilarious is just trying to figure out how to even get this channel to a real channel. Figuring out the different time shifts, getting out the channel cues, switching between different feeds. It's really messy, but if I can learn it myself, then I can teach other people, and then it'll make it easier when I actually have people to help me. So, I just find this all entertaining right now. Even the complete screw-ups. But you gotta learn how to market, people. He says, as he forgets that he has marketing stuff up, be able to throw up. God dang it, Noah. Not what I meant. There we go. Ah, damn. Your other right. There we go. Marketing. One day, I will be able to give you guys a website for this. But for now, be on the lookout for this. If any of you guys are in the area and you happen to see cards like that, give me a phone call and patch on through. Ideally, I'm trying to build a community where we can all kind of get together and just actually meet and talk about things and actually be serious about things. Right now, I'm just trying to get people lighthearted, get them relaxed. But for actual real issues, things like that we have going on, this is... dang it! This is... gonna go insane. This is how we're gonna be able to start this whole initiative that I was talking about in the other videos about trying to change our communities and really trying to reestablish our identity as people and people of this nation. A people united by a common fellowship. And that's what the California Messiah Corps is trying to do. Out here, and honestly I would like to spread this around the whole nation, but out here at least, we can start building something better than what we have now. We can start doing more to help the next generation not struggle as hard as we are without having to rely on our governors and relying on our state all the time. Together, we all are able to pitch together and build something lasting. Build a tribe. And so, join the tribe. Doesn't matter if you're of faith or not. Everybody's welcome. Everybody will be cherished. Everybody will have a place. Trust me. Trust me. There are people, we need places for people whether they are religious or not. You may not be behind the pews all the time, but you probably don't want that anyways if you're non-religious. I'm probably going to have you teach us about your beliefs and actually challenge you to actually research your freaking knowledge. Because again, it does not help us to not know what the enemy knows. So if our enemy wants to help us, no offense, I'm not calling you an enemy, I'm just saying, if you don't want to spread Christianity, that's up to you. For us, technically, we want to, so you do have a place, even then, because you could teach us why you don't want to spread Christianity. And again, that helps us understand more. We don't have to go and mission to you. That's not my goal. Again, I'm all about people choosing their path and what they want to do. If you change later on, that's up to you. But if you want to help out, we need anybody that can help out, because honestly, there are people suffering, and it doesn't matter your faith. People are committing suicide out here. People are dying out here. People are being abused out here. And if we know that we can help people find a better path or be led to a better path, let us do it. So yeah, be on the lookout. That's going to be a thing pretty soon. If I ever get off my lazy booty. I think with all the marketing stuff that we got going on, I think I've hit pretty much every topic that I've wanted to hit. I've hit a couple of things that I didn't need to hit. Hey, the candle split. And with that, I got food to eat. And y'all can't be watching this. So, hope you guys have a good night, good morning, good, life, and, we'll touch in tomorrow. I mean, God, what the hell else are we gonna do? Seriously, what else are we gonna do, people? Can we do something else? Can we? Wait, sorry, YouTube's here. Remember, people, stay inside because of COVID-19. And if you do not stay inside, you'll probably endanger us all to have a mass extinction. Panic, havoc, tragedy, and blood in the streets. Be blessed, everybody, and have a good night. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Can't help it.